All right! 5 people left. We're getting close to the end. I'm kind of getting nostalgic. We won't have an excuse to interact with these characters anymore.
I hadn't thought about it like that. I suppose you're right. In a sense, we have been playing 1 and 2 simultaneously, in a sense.
And it's just been so long. We've played this game so long, and Dangan 2 so long. In a way, once we're done with it, I'll be kind of sad.
Yeah, that's how it works. Speaking of sad, we're the Bittersweet gamers.
I'm re-squared.
I'm the opinionator. Let's roll. Who we gonna get? Why do we always get 1?
Because 1 is the loneliest number.
What's it like being an adult? It's like dying. Truer words were never spoken.
As always, you don't count. 1! Hey, it's KYOKO!
So apparently, KYOKO is the only person who likes the self-destructing cassette. We have 5 of them. I don't know why you want so many exploding cassettes, but here you go.
No. See, it's a Mission Impossible reference. This message will self-destruct after it is done playing.
Yes, I'm quite aware. It's just, what do you do with it? Do you just watch them explode? You know what this reminds?
Maybe she wants to leave a message for someone that can't be traced.
You know what this reminds me of? Get Smart. Because I'm 400 years old.
Oh, Get Smart was a great show. I just remember the shoe phone.
You know, Don Adams, the guy who played Maxwell Smart, he said, my only regret in life is all the people who came up to him holding their shoes, trying to tell him that it was for him. Like, here, the phone's for you. So, I don't know what we're really supposed to say about KYOKO. It's kind of amazing that it took this long for us to roll her, I guess, but basically she's the main character of the game along with Byakuya. So we had quite a lot to say about her already.
And most of her FTEs up till this point have just been like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't have any memory. Nah.
Yeah, but she's completely lying. And anyway, we'll just see what she says now.
This is what our FTEs are going to be.
Oh my god, well, it'll be easy to record. Oh, KYOKO, an ellipsis? Whoever would have guessed that you would respond to my gift of a bomb with dots?
Is this my line or your line?
It's my line. Fear the power of the typo as we, the typo hunters, return. How do you stay so calm, KYOKO? Or reticent? One might even say mute.
Lots of dots. Calm?
I mean, you never lose your cool. You never show emotion.
You say that like I'm some kind of inhuman beast.
But don't you know that that was actually an extremely insulting trope that began in the late 90s with Ayanami Rei? It was this is what you want, right? And it turned out the answer was yes. So, in a way, isn't that insulting to you? I mean, I didn't mean it like that. You're not an inhuman beast.
Well, I am human, and I do have emotion.
Prove it!
I simply keep it to myself. I don't show it in my face or in my voice.
You make that sound way easier and more appealing than it is. Especially in these kinds of circumstances.
Well, you should consider trying. Your naive honesty makes you an easy target.
She keeps saying things like that. It's kind of irritating. No, the thing is I too tend to...
Keep your cool?
No.
Oh.
Okay. I tend to like that archetype, like emotionless girl. It is somehow appealing. Not really sure.
I kind of agree too. I've got 2 wall scrolls of Rei Ayanami in my room, for crying out loud.
To be fair, one of them is mine.
That is true.
When you said keep my cool, the thing is when I'm relaxing or doing these videos, or like when I'm in a comfortable situation, I am super passionate because I am super passionate and intense. That is my basic personality.
No one ever would have known.
I know that. However, there was a time in my life when I was mugged at the point of a weapon. It wasn't a gun, but I was marched into a convenience store to the ATM and the guy was hiding the weapon because he knew what he was doing, and he ordered me to withdraw money and give it to him. And there was security camera footage of this. The freaking police said, "You acted so naturally and calm in the videos, there's no way that you're telling the truth."
Oh my God.
And they would not prosecute this guy, even though this dude gave me his name. It was his correct name, too. They looked him up.
Oh my God.
It was because I was too calm in a crisis.
There are good things and bad sides to everything.
That actually really changed my perspective on a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure I've actually held a lot less back since then.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a neat story, though, isn't it?
That is a pretty cool story.
Dude entrapped me, and he entrapped me in front of a large amount of people by, like, parking in a parking lot and forcing me to hit him. Like, hit his car.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it was difficult how he did it, but he clearly had it planned. Oh, incidentally, when it came to the ATM, I basically was like, screw you, and just withdrew $20. He was telling me to give him hundreds, but I was like, I don't care. What are you gonna do?
Stab me out here in front of everyone.
And on camera. Didn't have any cash either. Screw that guy. You know what? I remember his name, and I'm gonna say it. I know you ain't watching, all right? But
wouldn't that be weird?
Justin Koznicki of Woodward, Oklahoma. You sorry SOB. You mugged me and got away with it. I want my $20 and my pride back. Wow, that was cathartic. What are we doing? Maybe that's why I like the emotionless girl archetype. The guy's name was Kojiki, not Koznicki.
Protect against deception and never allow others to read your emotions.
I'll never forgive that man.
And whoever stands before you, Damon, don't let them push you around.
Yes, KYOKO!
Remember that.
And that's why you hide your own feelings? To kind of keep the psychological upper hand?
Well, I mean, when Junko tried to murder you, she did flee from me, even though she had the physical superiority.
Hey, that's a good point.
And a weapon. She had the edge in every part of that encounter, but she fled from me.
Wow! I'm intimidated.
You should be.
But that's such a waste! I'm sorry, ma'am! But your smile's just so cute. Hiding it behind that mask is such a waste. A bright smile is way better.
Is this what's called shipping? What are you talking about? I think this is the first time we've seen this expression on her.
Yeah, I think it is.
Cute. It's much too soon to be bringing up things like that.
Oh, much too soon?
Well,
Oh, really?
I mean...
Oh, okay, no. It's too early, is what she said. This carries extra connotations, but har, because you can't miss this ship.
The best kind of ships are the game-approved ones.
Looks like I got you to show a hint of emotion by catching you completely off guard, didn't I? Because you weren't caught off guard by seeing a woman try to murder me, but you were when I said you had a cute smile.
What? You, Makoto, you... You deceived me?
No. You're misunderstanding something really important.
I don't believe this. To use the word cute to deceive someone.
I mean, I did get the upper hand on you like that, but I meant what I said.
I'm still a maiden. That's just too cruel.
No, wait! Sorry, I just got carried away. Next time I'll give you a rose in vitro instead of a cassette bomb.
Now she's turning the tables on you. That's what she's doing.
But still, I mean, I did deceive you, but it's not like it was a total lie.
You see how easily you yourself are deceived?
Oh!
You would never just come out and call someone cute like that. Completely out of character.
But what if I was trying to confess my unrequited love?
There are no man's nut in this game. You thought I wouldn't pick up on such an obvious ploy? Outplayed, son.
You mean... I thought I'd trick you, but I was the one getting tricked?
Watch yourself, Makoto. You're honest to a fault.
With that, she was gone. She played me. The most formidable opponent.
The opponent of love.
Oh,
Your liberation.
What did that do? Aren't we using it in Danganronpa 2?
Yeah, but in Danganronpa 2, we have so many freaking... It doesn't even matter how much we're using. I don't remember.
With KYOKO gone, I slowly limped my way back to my room. So can I just say, this is the school mode day off, but what's frustrating is, I mean, we don't play it that often, but I actually like school mode. We've been doing really well. I guess what it is that resource management is something that...
It's fun.
It's fun, and it comes really easily to me.
Mm-hmm. You're certainly really better at these sorts of things in games than I am.
Although I move slowly, I'm very methodical and complete and thorough. And find continuing to do that more. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Besides, I find myself more and more intrigued by someone like you.
Oh, really? Is that so? Well then, I shall use my suave voice, and I'm failing, aren't I?
Too easy.
Ah! She got me again! See? I told you I'd give you something nice, and oh my god, you still have complete power over me.
I don't know what you're expecting. Can we finish this already?
Huh? Finish this?
If we truly want to trust each other, we must truly know each other.
Oh, really? Is that so? Know each other, hey?
That's what you believe, isn't it?
It is, actually. Well, yeah, but that's because it's true.
I understand why you feel that way, but...
Don't let your own past lead you to believe that no one can be trusted.
When it comes to me, I think you should probably give up.
But you can be trusted!
She's like the only one who can be trusted!
Except that even she betrayed Makoto, too. Now, that's...
That might be a bit harsh, don't you think? All things considered?
Yeah.
She was the one who flung herself down the garbage compactor afterwards.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm just saying it does make sense that she treated him in that way in that trial instead of trying to be open with him. I don't mean I did exactly this, but saying something other than no.
Yeah.
You're being deceived. Like, she should have said something else if she didn't want to look suspicious. Even still, isn't that very much in character for her?
That's true.
After all, the most trustworthy person, as you say, and it's true, is also the person who has serious issues trusting others.
Yeah.
And probably thinks she herself is not trustworthy.
That's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
Why?
Because I don't have anything to talk to you about.
Does that mean you don't trust me, or that you just don't enjoy my company?
Dots. If you get too involved with someone, you're apt to lose any sense of good judgment.
I suppose from a particular point of view, that's true.
I learned that lesson myself all too well. Personal experience is a ruthless teacher.
Personal experience? Ah, your dad.
Surely by now you've noticed what I always wear. Something unique to me, the gloves.
Yeah.
Yes! Glasses!
And she's gonna be like, do you have any power of observation at all? It's those gloves, right?
That's right.
But why'd you bring them up? Does it have something to do with getting involved like you mentioned? And boy, this would sure be weird depending on the point at which this FTE occurred if I already knew about the gloves, huh?
Right?
Are there even any FTEs at that point, though? There might not be.
Simply put, there was a time when I grew attached to someone, and I made a bad decision.
You can inflict that on the rest of the world, though.
And I got burned for it. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I was forced to learn a very powerful lesson, and these gloves are a daily reminder of that. So on these gloves, I swore to never make the same mistake again.
Sorry, but I'm not sure I completely understand because I don't have the knowledge that everyone else does. Can you tell me any more about it? Maybe then I could...
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not till the final one, when I invite you to my room.
Oh, really?
That's the end of it.
You know, her FTEs are really short.
She's very curt and abrupt. I wonder how many there are going to be.
The end. So then I never got to learn anything about her, about how she feels. I mean, it's interesting. A lot of this actually does come up directly in the story, so this could depend.
That may be why.
Depending on the timing of it. Since, again, she and Byakuya are basically the game's main characters, along with Makoto, this is kind of hints at this stuff before it comes up.
Yeah. Anyway, don't get too depressed over all this.
Why not? It hurts to Digimon.
The reason I'm not willing to talk about it isn't because I don't trust you. In fact, I do have faith in you, which is why I decided to tell you what I have.
Oh, that's interesting.
I want you to understand why I can't tell you. I can't show you myself, just like I can't show you what's beneath these gloves.
Robot trader hands! That was for you, Billy.
Thank you. I can't remember the last person who saw what was beneath my gloves.
That long, huh?
No, I mean because I don't have a memory.
Are you still talking about that so-called amnesia of yours?
That's right. And I can't imagine a point where I would show them ever again.
Huh.
Only someone I could call family would be worthy.
Family, huh?
Are you going to volunteer? That would make this relationship kind of weird.
Ah!
Got you again.
Somehow.
You really are foolishly open.
Miss Kyoko. Somehow she's not being entirely truthful. No, this is a nice scene. Again, there's not too much we have to say about Kyoko because...
She's been the primary focus of the game for so long! And these are so short and so...
They're good, though.
They're good. But they also don't really tell us something we haven't already known or talked about?
Yeah. I do think so far of the FTEs we've done, my favorites have probably been Kyoko's. I mean, she's a charismatic and important character who is well done. How do you not like them? You know? And Yasuhiro's. Those were so funny. I don't normally really enjoy things that silly, but they were so funny. And your Yasuhiro is hilarious.
Oh, I thank you. Your Makoto is bland and annoying.
Everybody got me again and laughed at me again. But I've never really heard her laugh out loud like that. I don't know what emotional attack I was going with from the beginning. I blame some stupid poofy-haired guy. I think that must be her natural laugh.
Are you blaming me or Yasuhiro?
Eyes narrow. It is, right? That wasn't fake. So maybe in the end, she did show me some part of herself. Maybe she showed me her true feelings. Even if I don't have any of the details, at least if she shows those, isn't that kind of enough?
Yeah. I know I always tell you to be careful and protect yourself, but be careful and protect yourself. To be honest, I hope you don't change. I prefer you this way. This is you.
In the end, I never did really figure her out. But at least I got a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's too bad that we either got the you don't get to go into my room bug, or she just wasn't going to invite you, which makes sense. Can you believe that we had already done so many? Well, I'll be darned, that really was it.
Well,
this was a pretty short video, huh? I mean, it makes sense that you don't get to go so far.
And it does make sense that this is the last one.
All the rest of the really personal stuff comes out in the game story. You can't miss it.
I'm sad. This left me wanting more.
Yeah, me too. I feel the exact same way. Just sort of, we haven't spent any time with Kyoko in a long time, and it just reminds you...
How much I like her.
Yeah, it reminds you that she's great.
Well, do you think we should package Junko into this one?
You know, that's a darn good idea. There can't be that many of these. Let's do it.
Okay, Junko Enoshima, if that is your real name.
You know, I've really been looking forward to this.
Uh-huh.
Not only did I really like Junko in the beginning of the game, I mean, this Junko, which
Junkuro.
yeah, Junkuro. Mukuro acting as if she were Junko. You know, it's like Mukuro may have been ultimate despair, but it just, you can't help but just feel terrible for her.
Especially the way she was tossed aside by Junko.
Yeah, like, she was willing to go along with the plan and do everything for it, and then she just got casually thrown aside. And it's just... You know, in Danganronpa 2, some mention is made of the great charisma and philosophy of Junko that because she's so passionate about her own philosophy, attracts others. I mean, what did they think of Mukuro? And what did Mukuro think of it? We'll never know.
And that's so sad.
We'll never know what Mukuro was like. Though, considering she was ultimate despair, she must have been involved.
She must be bad in her own right, but...
I suppose not being able to see it, kind of, like, leaving it entirely to the imagination, the way it is, just makes me...
We're more inclined to go with our natural inclination.
Yeah,
and in my case, it's to believe in the good in people.
I'm not going to phrase it entirely like that on my end, but I would like to believe... Well, that sort of thing is really complicated. Then again, it also is probably nothing more than sympathy over A, someone who is horribly mistreated, and B, someone who I really liked right in the beginning of the game. I mean, I couldn't have liked her any other time, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I'm bored too. Listening to you guys talk is really lame. Let's chill for a while.
In the bath?
Yeah, and that's right, and she was so nice!
It's hard to tell if she was acting the way Junko normally acts to the public.
It's possible that she was. I remember the observation I had made at the time is she actually thinks of other people. Even if she is doing that as nothing more than an act to stay in people's good graces. It was a pretty darn effective act then, wasn't it?
Yeah. And expressions like these just make me really like her.
Yeah. Take these military rations! We'll give them to you once anyway.
Yeah.
Then again, there may not be another one. We did her first one.
Mm-hmm.
Admit it, Makoto. You didn't just give this to me to be nice, did ya? Well, whatever. I know you want something, but that works for me. Who really cares? God, I am seriously freaking bored.
Well, we could always spar. Oh, wait.
I wonder if she knew.
She was the traitor, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to be given all the deets.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die from being so bored. I'm infected. I've got terminal boredom disease. It's all your fault, you bland little kid. You need to entertain me. Is it really that bad? I just hate being bored. I hate it. Yeah, I agree.
Me too. Boredom is the worst.
The worst. I never noticed how much I hate it, because I've never been bored before, because my life has been, shall we say, extremely busy.
And action-packed.
But once we got trapped in here, it finally hit me. Yeah, that's pretty recent. I love that face!
I love that face
It's so
too.
funny! I'd rather be living homeless on the street than stuck in here!
Why did I ever agree to this? I mean...
Homeless? Yeah, you know, like the hobo life. I've done it before, you know.
Because, you know, she's a survivalist.
This is the sort of thing that would make you be like, what on earth? Why has she done the hobo life before? But since we know it's Mukuro.
Yeah!
You have? Yeah, it's a long story that I don't really feel like talking to you about.
We've never seen that expression on her face, though that could be because she was only in a fraction of the game.
She did dominate the scene she was in, though.
But
like,
look at that expression. Isn't there a lot that can be taken out of that simple expression?
Yeah, that's a really complicated expression.
Oh, man.
And now you're a model? From hobo to model? Well, that's, let's call it a long story, too. Obligatory robot anime reference.
Of course.
Reminds me of this, homeless guy who ended up being really important
Uh-huh.
in a show where there was a model that was also really important. And another model that was really important.
And robots.
Yes.
Okay, as long as we confirm that they're robots.
Come to think of it, there was also a military survivalist, too. Those were the 4 pilots of the robot. 2 models, a survivalist, and a hobo.
Ha! You tell me what that means.
How many long stories do you have? I get the feeling that you're not telling me everything. Seriously, if I had to choose between staying here and being homeless again, give me the street. Right now. Bring it, street. I guess I can understand that. I mean, you're probably in more danger here than there, and this statement is so true. Far truer than I know. That look! Oh, hell no! Homelessness is totally dangerous. You never know when a pack of wild animals might show up. That's what being a hobo is like. When you're a hobo in the frickin' jungle!
Of course, it's a lot easier to take down a pack of wolves with a military-grade knife than a bunch of spears coming out of the floor.
Wild animals? Oh, I don't mean literally. Quick save. I mean, people who attack the weak, who want to hurt you. The world's full of animals like that, you know.
Huh.
It's possible I'm one of them.
Alright, I think you might be projecting.
But I think having to live like that made me way stronger. I understand that everything about her life is a lie. Nonetheless, she was friends with everybody.
She was in the photos, yeah.
And, like, something that I had said early on about her was that she was a really open person and forthright. Even though she's lying about all manner of important things, now that we know everything that she's lying about, again, this is really open and forthright, isn't it?
Yeah, and it does feel like there's a ring of truth to it, so she's not being completely deceptive. She's
because
obviously referring to her survivalist experience.
Like, what she is saying is true. She's just not providing all the details.
She's providing the correct veneer.
Yeah, and she's unpretentious.
Yeah.
I mean, she acts, like that Maji, like that kind of, like, awful high school girl stereotype.
Preppy.
Huh?
Preppy?
Yeah, but then she goes right into being forthright from that, and isn't pretentious, and it, like, shows concern for other people. It's sort of like somebody who is a selfish person, who is quite open about it, but doesn't take away from others in the desire to want to gain for themselves.
Yeah.
Like someone who is not unfriendly and only wants to be nice to other people, but it's quite clear that they really want stuff.
And I do remember Junko saying that she did a horrible job of acting like her.
Yeah, and I suppose that's right, because she acts like a really appealing person. Hearing someone with actual experience talk like that really has a lot of weight to it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about her, and can never know, of course.
Unless there's side material.
Sorry, that kind of got weird, huh? All I was trying to say is, when the hell are we gonna get out of here? Hey, whatever dumb bastard trapped us in here, are you listening? When are you gonna let us out? I say to myself. Just tell us what we gotta do to get out of here! Hell, you can even just tell me. I know how to keep a secret.
I bet you do. Oh!
Doesn't this?
That's the narrator.
Yeah.
That's the narrator's text.
Nothing, huh? Pisses me off. How much is she really cooperating with her sister? Remember what she was like? It could have just been because this is how she was acting, but she was acting like this the entire time in the scenes that we saw her, even to the point of defiantly stomping all over Monokuma, Now that could very well be because she was trying to act and trying to really play it up, and it even could be that much as her sister hates her, maybe she despises her sister and has just that much to spare and is using this as an excuse to throw it all back in her face. Just like Junko throws it in Mukuro's face.
Yeah.
Okay? All of these things are possible, but what is also possible is that this isn't entirely the way that things were supposed to end up, in a way that we'll never really know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no way they'd make it that easy, but wasn't that weird? Listen, you're not thinking of doing anything drastic, like confronting Monokuma directly, are you? Drastic, huh? Oh, you mean the whole kill someone thing? Nah, don't worry, I could never kill someone. I've done it more than enough times. There's no thrill. There's nothing appealing about it.
Yeah, especially these schmucks. She wouldn't get any satisfaction out of killing, well, except maybe Sakura or something.
What? Do I look like I would? Do I seriously look like a killer?
Now it's hard to tell if this surprise thing is because she suspects he's seen through her disguise or not.
There's something to be said for the innocence of someone in the circumstance that she was in. It's like you see that a lot in fiction. Characters who have, like child soldiers.
Yeah.
Who do have, strangely, a certain amount of innocence to them, despite, having done horrible things.
It's one thing when you're fighting for your life. It's another thing to just murder someone.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely. No, that's not what I meant! Really, you don't, right? I don't, right? But anyway, are you saying you were worried about me? Gotta say, Makoto, that's kind of cute. Nobody's really ever done that for me before. Maybe I kind of like it. You almost killed me with cuteness there.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh? Come on, I'm just screwing with you. You didn't take it serious, did you?
Back off, woman, he's mine.
Hey! We already did your section! But there's something about you. I don't get sick of talking to you like I do most people.
It must be because you're not a threatening person at all.
Maybe that's it!
I don't feel like I have to be on guard around you like I do with Mondo or Sakura.
Let's hang out again sometime, Kay. There was something playful about the way Junko walked away. I don't understand her at all and feel as though there are many extremely important things that I don't know. Am I getting played somehow?
Yes, by us.
Or is this the... Hey, you shut up! One of the most effective ways to lie is to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to lie if you can get what you want by telling the truth.
Well, what I mean is if you are actually... I mean, you're right. If you are actually lying, if you're telling the truth through lying...
Uh-huh.
It's extremely effective.
Yeah.
Which I say as somebody who's extremely good at lying.
Eyes narrow. Hey, looks like we'll get another one.
Well, no, that's actually why. That's why I strongly. It's one of the reasons I strongly value the truth and value honesty and openness, because I've been on the other side of that as a provider. And I'm also, alas, quite skilled at it. So...
Distrusted the BSG. I'm glad we get another one.
Yeah, me too. My God, look at that! She is either extremely manipulative or... How can she possibly be extremely manipulative? How is that possible?
Yeah!
It's nice that a mere bottle of water makes such a good gift. Though come to think of it, I feel like a bottle of water would actually be a B-rank gift for me, too.
Well, considering the diet you're on.
Hey, Makoto, can I tell you something, like, totally cryptic that will easily be able to be interpreted in terms of all the significant things that you don't yet know about me by people who have the proper context, but you'll just, like, say, huh, or something? Like, oh my God. I mean, you and you alone. Just me. What? I mean, yeah, this is pretty nice. What is it? My true intentions. Huh?
Called it.
To be honest, I'm kind of fed up with all this. We're all ultimates, right? So we get carried away and rush face first into stuff. Even I have to wonder if it's okay to live like that.
Huh.
Are you thinking of quitting modeling or something? Quitting modeling?
Wink, wink.
Huh. Dreams are meant to change as you grow up, right?
Well, if Mondo is any indication.
Yeah, right? Turns out all he really should have been was a carpenter the whole time.
Or a miner.
Depending on where you're at, kindergarten, elementary school, junior high, high school. But I've had the same dream since I was a little kid. And I've been rushing toward it ever since. Also, I wanted to point out about her Japanese voice actress. I'm not particularly good at, I mean, I don't recognize her, but I'm sure I've heard her before. But, like, the way she's talking is extremely informally.
Like laid back?
Yeah, really laid back. Which is not what you would expect. You would expect...
From a fashionista?
Or from a soldier.
That's
You would expect them to basically be polite and or formal. At least a soldier you'd expect to be formal. So, I've never really had to think all that hard about my dreams. Well, what's wrong with that? It just means you still feel the same way about it, right? I mean, isn't it better to have a goal than to not?
Yeah, but if you don't actually think about it and look at it, is it really your dream?
Well, we don't know if that's the case or not, but that's a really good point. I never thought of it that way.
You were going to take over the family business. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but if someone just accepts it, then it's not really their dream, is it?
No, I mean, I actually think that that being able to take over the family business is pretty great if you have that opportunity, but you got to make sure that you want to do it.
Yeah, that's the point I was getting at.
No, that's a really interesting point that I've never thought about, Billy. Is it really your dream if you don't take it out and look at it? It's like looking at your treasure.
Looking at your viewpoint on life. If you don't ever challenge it, how do you know it's really what you want?
Or if you don't even admire it, do you really want it? That's what I used to think. But if it doesn't change, your possibilities can't grow, right? That's how new opportunities are born. And up until now, I never did that. I never let my dreams grow. I just stayed the same without ever really thinking that I needed to change.
Could this be her despair?
All I saw was that one dream. I put everything I had into that one narrow little world. I didn't look at anything else. How would I even know if that was really what I wanted? I feel like there's so much more I could be doing that I'm not, and I don't like that feeling. So, I think I'm going to start looking for it. Is it childish of me to think like that? Am I just being a baby? No!
Not in the slightest. If anything, that's more adult.
Good Lord! Came into this, not entirely knowing what to think of Mukuro, but generally being positive towards her. But after this, it's like...
It just seems like she got roped in like everyone else, really.
Just like everyone else. Her position is different, but hey, Sakura's the traitor, right?
Right?
This really made me like her a lot more.
Same here.
You get, like, what you said. Is this her despair? Maybe what she's saying is, just like how Byakuya overcame the darkness within his own heart, it didn't change who he was.
Well, no, but that darkness is still there.
It's just not his master anymore.
He's the one in control. That's all that's changed.
And
I think both of us know something about mastering your darkness.
Yeah, that's true. I guess this really just makes me think she didn't like who she was. And more than anything else, she wanted to become somebody different, but for the right reasons. And when you look, she's not saying she hates herself or something like that. And when you look at the way that she treats other people, or at least treats Makoto, maybe she really is, like, basically an honest and forthright person. Like, being an introvert and being an extrovert are not mutually exclusive. Being a forthright person and concealing everything about your life are not mutually exclusive, I would think. I mean, I can't speak from experience, but I suspect most people can't.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, I realize I'm totally disorganized in this, but it's, I mean,
Kind of blindsided.
Yeah, also I'm doing this stuff off the top of my head, you know? That's how we always operate. Just like how Byakuya overcame his own despair, it seems like Mukuro is trying to overcome her own despair. And you know what? You will never be able to succeed at something if you don't try. Even Leon had to try at baseball. Not very much.
Yeah. And maybe that's why she got offed by Junko.
You might be right.
Maybe she was losing her, resolve, if you can call it that?
What's the purpose in somebody who's supposedly ultimate despair? They're looking with hope towards the potentials of their own future and looking forward with hope and happiness.
Yeah.
How can such a person be worthy of being the ultimate despair? Again, it's possible we're projecting too much onto her, but isn't that also part of the appeal of a character like this? One that you don't really get to see just a little bit. So, yeah. No, not at all. I'm the same way. I'm still trying to figure out what it is I want to do.
Makoto doesn't even have the benefit of a talent he can utilize.
And sometimes I feel like I'll never find it. I feel like maybe I'll spend the rest of my life looking for it. But I'm not sure it's even about finding it or not finding it. Maybe the important thing is that you're looking for it. Makoto, you actually sounded kind of cool just now.
He always does during the FTEs and trials.
Yeah.
Just the rest of the game, he's just like, ha.
Yeah, and it's really kind of weak and pathetic, but in the moments where it really counts, he actually does really come through. What we were just talking about Mukuro losing her despair. I mean, isn't she talking to the ultimate hope?
I guess she kind of is, isn't she?
And she's being moved by it?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I was trying to... But you could be right. Getting lost could be a good thing. As long as you're looking for it, maybe that's enough to be happy.
Because if you don't look, then you're just spinning your wheels.
When you are searching for something, you aren't staying in the same place.
Didn't you say... You said to me before, like, not during a recording, hasn't it been, like, psychologically studied that the pursuit of the dream is more important than achieving the dream to a person? It's more psychologically fulfilling?
Yes, according to all the social science on this topic, the fact of the matter is achieving your objectives are meaningless. I mean, they're not meaningless in terms of the real world consequences, but I'm talking about the way that you psychologically process things. Across the board, virtually universally, we are hardwired to be happy working towards an objective, doing something, looking for something. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the objective is. And achieving the objective does not provide us
with the same degree of fulfillment.
Yes, we're provided with fulfillment by doing, not by having done.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good way of looking at it. Like thinking in the present.
Now that doesn't mean that actually accomplishing things is bad.
Right. There's still value in that.
But I'm saying we're not happy just accomplishing.
Many people have tried to do something and done it and then been like, what now?
Yeah, exactly.
What now?
It's like you're empty and you gotta find something else to do. It's like that void left in you when you have fulfilled something that you've actually been working for. You can't work at fulfilling it. It's gone. It's been taken away.
Kind of makes those unattainable dreams not so silly, does it?
I mean, it's true that they're unattainable. But
there's still value in some of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember what you said. Thanks, Makoto. Sure.
So about that peck on the cheek.
Hey, I already gave you that one. That was for the water. In return, I promise that if I do decide to kill someone, it won't be you.
There's meaning to that.
There is a lot of meaning to that, including in terms of her sister.
Yeah.
Don't say scary stuff like that. I'm glad I was able to talk to Junko like this. I think I understand her a lot better now. Quite surprisingly. It's like, Sayaka was one thing. I mean, I feel like we got basically the least out of hers. There's like the least there. But even Leon, we even came to an understanding with Leon. I feel like maybe we've finally become friends in the truest sense of the word that is possible with Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student.
I was trying really hard not to finish that. Somewhere in the school. Watch out for her.
But before I can do what you said, I gotta get out of here first! So I'm definitely gonna find out how to get out, even if it kills me.
Now I'm sad.
Maybe if she stopped yelling at nobody about how to get out, she'd find a way. Or maybe there's some great meaning to her yelling at that nobody. Well, I guess it's okay. She can do things however she wants.
Memoirs of a Fashionista.
I like how the achievement was not worded in any way
to reflect her actual nature.
Yeah. Okay, so is it just me, or has this been the most entertaining of these FTEs for us, except possibly Yasuhiro, where we were like laughing so hard we couldn't breathe? This was we were like, man, Kyoko's are too short, and then we just jumped in to do quote-unquote Junko. This was great, wasn't it?
This was amazing. I'm really glad we got to do this.
And remembering how much we liked Kyoko.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, this is an awkward and weird thing to say, especially in an FTE video, but I'm actually really happy after all of this.
Me too. Me too.
I feel like in a small sort of way, we've been given some hope, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just seems like the appropriate thing to say, but, I mean, we mean it.
It's so sad what happened to her.
Just a waste. Well, I guess, though we still have a couple more characters left, and of course we're going to do them, but I suppose, bye Kyoko, bye Junko. It's been fun.